You need to become an organ donor. Today I'm going to convince you to become an organ and tissue donor. Over 12 people die daily that could have lived. These 12 people will die because the organ transplant they need will not be possible. It was not because they lacked the money for the operation, neither was it because the lack of skilled surgeons to perform the operation. There are more than enough potential donors who pass away each day who could meet all the needs of people on the waiting list. The main issue is that potential donors do not leave instructions that they prepared to help someone else live after they have passed on. As of today, 60,000 Americans are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. Hundreds of thousands will benefit from a life-enhancing tissue transplant. And yet, every day, 12 people die while waiting for a transplant. Every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the waiting list for transplants. There is a simple fix for this issue. I'm talking about the amazing network of hospitals across the United States that match donors to those who are on the waiting list for transplants. The United Network for Organ Sharing, which ensures that donors and those on the waiting list are brought into the system as smoothly and as easy as possible. The one element that's missing in sufficiently large numbers is a pool of donors. Maybe this could be you. So now you may be thinking, what can I do to help? Step one, you need to make the choice that you want to help someone to live. It's not an easy decision to make, but remember, you make the provision for people you leave behind when you write a will or buy insurance. This is one of those preparations you can make that will make things better for other people in your life. And don't forget, what you do today may be the same thing that someone else may be doing for you or your families sometime much sooner than that. So yes, it's a big step, but once you've made the decision to be an organ donor at the end of your life, you need to take some steps in the here and now to make sure your wish is made known. Here's how you go about it. Number one, make sure you talk to your family. The single most important way to register as a donor is to register your wishes with your family so they will know your decision. You will want to use donor cards, driver license stickers, but the first thing you have to do is to make sure your next of kin knows that you want to be a donor. It's time to get it down on paper next. You can sign your driver's license or a donor card to raise the subject. Why is this a good idea? Because time matters when the time comes. So it's a good idea to have the document that tells the medical team where you stand. If they know you're a willing donor, they will be there in a position to take the appropriate steps at the appropriate time. Please don't imagine for a moment that this will harm your chance of being treated properly. The team that uses a donor organ is never the team responsible for taking care of your life. Donation only becomes an issue after you're gone. They will never take an organ before you pass away. How do you go about getting a donor card? Well, you can visit the National Kidney Foundation's webpage on donation, which has an image of a uniform organ donor card. You can go to your region's organ procurement agency and ask for a donor card, or you can visit the federal government's organ donation website. And really, that's all there is to it. The fact is, there's nothing but good that can come from this. Right now, there's a father of 3 young children who is waiting for a liver transplant. If they can have the organ, their story will be a happy one. And if you sign up and people like you sign up, the organ will be available for this family. The sooner the waiting lists go down, the sooner those people will get the life they were meant to live. Thank you.